Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you love me, and welcome if you are new. It is the new moon in Aquarius as of current day, and this is a message in divine timing for whoever needs it. We're not doing typical like pick a card style spread. It's just going to be a reading for whoever needs it. Some or all of it, none of it may resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. Know that I could be talking to you specifically in the reading. I could be talking to you, the viewer, about a situation that you are aware of in your own life, and it doesn't necessarily pertain directly to you. It could be something like that. I could talk about, genders and things like that, but always take it as it resonates. Divine masculine and feminine energy don't see gender. So with that, and I don't have any filter. I'm a 𝐷𝐞𝐫𝐿. So if you like fluffy readers who don't cuss a lot, I'm probably not your reader. I'm probably not your reader, right? I mean, this is the vibe, right? The shirt right there says it all. Shirt says it all. Hey, Risa. Hey, Story. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, Kelly. Welcome back. So I've been good. I've been working a whole lot, but it's actually slowing down a little bit right now. So I'm enjoying the lull while it lasts. While it lasts. So I've got a few decks out. Thanks. I saw it. I was like, that's mine. Thank you. Thank you. We've got a few decks. Of course, I'm going to pull my Harrow. I've also got my hand-drawn cards. I've got my energy alignment cards. I still have Kipper out here. I've got my Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms. And I've got my Catch the Snake deck, which I think is fitting considering we are now in the year of the snake. And snake years bring a lot of wisdom and some potent energy. So we'll see what that deck brings. With that, Spirit, what message would you guide me to today, or whomever needs it in divine time? Who are the energies at play? Who or what? Who are what? Who or what are the energies at play? Energy number 1. Energy number 2. I feel like there's going to be 3. What is the third energy? Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Cyclone. And the Twin has reemerged on top of the deck. So if you guys caught the reading that I did on Monday, the Twin was on top of the deck then too, and I just shuffled the shit out of them. So let's see. Hand-drawn cards. Spirit, clarify energy number 1. Clarify energy number 1. Okay. Clarify energy number 2. And clarify energy number 3. That was way too many. Clarify energy number 3. Give me one more, please. Interesting. All right. Top of the deck is the match. Bottom is the fireplace. All right. All right. Last deck for who? Clarify the energy alignment of the first energy. They're psychic as hell. Clarify the second energy, please. And clarify the third energy. Clarify the third energy, please. Okay. Okay. So the first energy came out with these cards here. We got the sickness, the wound, the nightingale, and the cauldron. They also came out with two third eye chakra cards, receptive and claircognizant. Clear knowing. The sickness. I will read for you. The sickness is a neutral evil card. It represents plague, pestilence, famine, and disease. It can also indicate corruption of the soul or a multitude of souls. It comes out with this card here, talking about a multitude of souls. Father, mother, idol are the ones that leave the wounds. This person has rolled snake eyes, right? And they're holding onions, like they're doing their damnedest to try and cure themselves, but they keep striking out. It's almost as if it almost is like this person is cursed, or may even perceive themselves to be that. I think this person might be so empathic that they don't realize that the sick, quote unquote, sick energy they feel, whether the sickness is depression or the sickness is addiction or the sickness is whatever, fill in the blank. I don't think they realize it's because of the people that they're around. I don't think they themselves are sick. I think they are around sick people. Spiritually sick people. And think that the experience is their own energy. With the nightingale there, it's almost like they're coming out of it, because the nightingale is the bird that sings right before the dawn in the dark night. I think they are willing to see things differently. And that if you were to tell this person it's not you, it's the people you're around, you're an empath, like they might not have even heard the term before or really know what it means. You know, like back in the day, when I first started this whole journey back in 2017, I had met a guy named Ivan, and I was venting. And he goes, "You're an empath." And I said, "What? Like, what the fuck is that?" You know? And he said, "You are an empath." And of course I looked it up and my jaw hit the floor and I was like, oh my fucking God, that's me. And it dawned on me, flashing back in my life, like when I was living at home with my parents, I would cry. I would wake up crying because I woke up. There were days where I prayed to just not wake up in the morning. I didn't want to live anymore, you know, like really serious depression, living at home with my parents. And it would be that way for months and years. And as soon as I left my mother's house, as soon as I left the house and moved out or got kicked out or whatever, I wouldn't cry anymore. I wouldn't want to die. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be in that energy. And every time I'd move back home or try and reconcile, like those feelings would come back again. And in hindsight, it's because that's the energy that they were in. And I was feeling their energy really deeply and confused it for my own, but it was not mine. And this person may be an empath and not be aware that the feelings that they're feeling are truly not theirs, right? It's the environment that they're in. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Hey, Lorraine. Yeah. My mother tried to medicate me. She tried to medicate me. She had taken me to a therapist. She had taken me to a psychiatrist. Like she had taken me to try and suppress the problem. And I didn't need any of it. Like I hated it. I didn't need any of it. But she was convinced that if I was just on meds that I would be better. And it's like, bitch. And in the mirror, in hindsight, like she really was the one that needed meds, you know? But it's like seeing how your energy is different when you separate yourself from certain places, people, situations, and things. You know, it's no different when I had left my ex and stuff like that. Like when you are living in close proximity to certain people or you're with them every day, you feel their energy, and you have to be able to discern what is yours and what is not, right? You have to be able to discern what is yours and what is not. There was a point where I was actually living with one of my exes. And I had no reason to be sad. I knew I didn't. I was connected to my soul family, loved my soul family. My son was in my life. Like I had no reason to be sad. And I felt it with him. And the minute that I left him and he was officially like in the rear view mirror, I was so fucking happy. I was so fucking happy, you know? Like, you really have to pay attention to who you put yourself around and recognize that if you have no reason to feel that way, but you're feeling that way, the chances are it's coming from somewhere else. I think that's person number one. Okay. Hey, Kristen. That's person number one. Person number two, we got the midwife. Oh, I blocked my whole damn family. I blocked all of them. They couldn't get a hold of me if they tried. And the midwife came out with the baggage, the sonar, and the starting line. The midwife. Is a neutral, good, aligned card. The midwife is a conduit of creation, although she does not create on her own. This halfling is a key that lets new life or information into the world. Her heart can see the good even in the worst situations. She can see the import of any new arrival. They came out with grateful and hides and keeps secrets or ashamed as a shadow. I ain't sorry. Sarah, I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry at all. I'm fucking proud of myself. Fuck bullshit. My life is better. So, person number 2. I think they're at a starting point, right? The starting line. They're at the beginning of a path. So whatever they were involved in prior, they're not involved in it anymore, but they're carrying a lot, right? The baggage and the sonar. They're carrying a lot. And I feel like they are on that path to understanding and unpacking all of this, right? I think they hide it, and I think they keep a lot of it secret because to them, tuning into the energy, it almost feels like they view their past, all the baggage, right, as a weakness. It's weak, right? It brings up emotions in them that they're not necessarily ready to face or reconcile. And so they're on the path to do that. I think this is a very grateful for the experiences kind of person, but doesn't necessarily want to talk about the experiences either. It might still bring up a lot of emotion, and they might not have been in control of those experiences, right? They may have been caught in the middle of a situation that they had no power in, right? It would be no different than being a child or being a teenager, you know, living at home with your parents for the longest time, and you were beholden, right? You were beholden to the choices that your parents are making. It's kind of like that. You know, they came from a background where there's a lot of sadness that they keep hidden. And yet they are good, right? They themselves are good, neutral good. And I think they're learning, or on the path to learn, what it is like to be a creator, right? The creator of their life, when life is not happening to them, but happening for them because of them. Person number 3 is a different kind of character. Person number 3 is the courtesan. And the courtesan came out with the comet, the crown, and the getaway. The comet, the crown, and the getaway. The courtesan is chaotic neutral. The courtesan is the card of political intrigue. Her mask embodies the social niceties that must be followed. If it slips, negotiations can take an unexpected turn. The card can also indicate a woman of power who shapes events, and how she's treated decides the outcome of a situation. They came out with capable, respectful, and corrects their mistakes. The courtesan might single-handedly be the most powerful player on the board. This individual, and I do feel like it's an individual, not necessarily a situation, right? This person holds the ability to mesmerize in the glory of a comet. Fleeting if need be, right? With the getaway, this person, if they realize they made a mistake, they're out and in another direction. As fast as they came in, they'll leave. You know, free will choice is there between person number 1 and person number 2. Person number 3 is coming in like a comet wearing the crown, right? Capable, respectful, and completely capable of switching directions. The courtesan is passing through the dynamic between person 1 and person 2. To be fair, person 1 and person 2 could most definitely be 2 facets of the same person. Okay. One who is deeply wounded, and one facet that is looking to come out of that, right? Who is ashamed of it and keeps their history with their family kind of secret. But they have no problem redirecting. So that is the big key with person number 3. This person has already gone through a massive healing with the crown. They've already championed certain things in life and are coming through like an omen. They're coming through almost like a signal of transition for whoever the first and second energies are. Like, this is your sign. I've arrived. You've brought me into your path to help you move forward. And you're either going to move forward and keep my comet-like pace, or I'm going to buzz right by you. You know, it's one of these fleeting meetings with person number 3. So let's get into the tarot just a bit. This could also be past, present, and future as well, to be fair. The first energy could be past, the second energy could be present, and the third energy could be future. So take it as it makes sense to you. Okay. Let's see what the vibe is, what insight Spirit will give us into person energy, right? Number 1. The individual who is plagued by that snake eyes kind of role with the familial wounds. What insight, please, Spirit? And don't forget, we had the cyclone on bottom with the twin. So if this is, in fact, 2 people, right, where person number 1 and 2 are kind of at the same person, transitioning from one to the other, and person number 3 is the third person coming in. The third person, the third energy is like the twin, like the comet, like the flash, you know, and you're either going to keep speed and keep up, or it's going to be difficult, you know. What is going on, please, Spirit, with this first energy? Insight, please. We've got the 2 of Swords. The 3 of Cups. The Hanged Man in the reverse. Clarities, please. I've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, Judgment, the Emperor, and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Top of the deck is the Moon. This person could have serious mother wounds. I've got Pisces energy out here twice. I've got Scorpio energy out here. I've got Aries energy out here. This pertains to someone very selfish and money-minded that they live with. Selfish and money-minded. Insatiable. Never enough. And possibly someone who gaslights quite a bit. Okay? Not person number one, but the energy that they're dealing with. There's a lot of confused energy around them. I really do feel like person number one is seriously empathic and absorbing the energy of the person around them. And it is this very self-absorbed, self-centered, self-focused energy, right? And the individual they are around only cares about themselves and what they need and what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process as long as they have what they want filled. And at this point in the energy, I feel like person number one is initially blind to it. And then I think they realize at some point with the Three of Cups clarified by the Nine of Wands in the reverse, that this third party energy is not as wounded as they come off to be. And when they see it clearly with the Hanged Man in the reverse, judgment's called. And they probably make the executive decision, the Emperor, clarified by the Five of Pentacles, to lose it all. I think when they realize who this person is and what this person is about, and how selfish this person really is, right? They're receptive. They're claircognizant. The nightingale is there, right? Light before the dawn. The song before the dawn. I think that this person is willing to leave everything and take losses, even if it means starting life from what feels like scratch, just to be out of this person's energy. So I definitely feel like person number one is on their way to revelation regarding said toxic individual or individuals, that they're no longer buying it. And if they got to move forward alone, then they're moving forward alone, because damn if they're going to be feeling like death, being around this person, or feeling like they're constantly striking out because of this person. I think if this person in their reality was controlling or gaslighting them in some way and using them or manipulating them in some way, that person is being discovered, that their motives are being discovered, and that person number one is on their way out, walking away from them, even if it means taking losses, because they're gaining peace, they're gaining sovereignty in exchange, right? Let's pull a Kipper card. What else, Spirit? Yeah, they're concerned. They're concerned. And the calla lilies in the background, they know it's gotta end. They know it has to end one way or another. Either this person has to change, and how they are and who they are has to end, or they have to end the relationship or situationship, the dynamic ship with whoever this is. most likely, but not limited to, their mother. Okay. It has to end. It's extremely concerning for them because it almost feels like I'm under a microscope, like in a pressure cooker. Like it feels like I'm being observed with judgment for no reason, right? Observed with criticisms for no reason. Like someone is picking at me and telling me that everything I'm doing is not good enough. That's the feeling I'm picking up on. It's not enough. You will never hit 100% with whoever this is. It will always be, well, 99% is not 100, even though 99% is great. It is, it's great. No, it's not 100, but it's better than 50. What the fuck? It's like, this is an unpleasable person, whoever they're dealing with, person number one. And they're regaining control of their life. They're making that high emperor energy executive decision to move forward, even if that means taking losses, right? They're cutting their losses by cutting this person. The second energy. This is the Midnight Magic Tarot. The second energy. Insight, please, into the second person's energy. What is going on their projected path right now? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse with the Lovers. So they're the exact opposite of the person that person number one is dealing with, because they came out with the Two of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, meaning they don't see the person yet, right? Or they haven't seen it 100% who this person is yet. The second person is the complete opposite of that. They are not greedy at all, but they're magical. They got the Lovers and the Magician. This person carries magic in them. Clarities, please. Yeah, the Six of Swords. They're definitely at that starting line. They've just recently moved away from something. It was really hard for them. Like, this person, they wear their heart on their sleeves. And they would never leave. They would never leave the people that they love unless they were forced. And they would never betray. They would never betray the people that they love and care about. They're willing to put in the work. They're willing to put in the effort to heal wounds. Eight of Pentacles on bottom, Three of Swords on top. They've been hurt deeply. Like, the people that they loved in this life left them no choice but to move forward. This could definitely be a continuation, right? Or a metamorphosis between the first person into the second person. Because the first person was on their way out, right? That first energy or the past energy, that was the first. It was recognition and moving forward. Now in the second energy, We have someone who is really deep, who carries that soul light, that soul magic, and is really selfless. And because they've been so deeply wounded, they don't want other people to feel that way, which is why they make such an effort to heal other people. Really loyal. Wouldn't hurt anybody. It would never be their intention to hurt anybody. This is someone who fully considers other people, okay? Fully considerate of other people, because they know what it feels like to not be considered. They know what it feels like to be betrayed and hurt by people that they thought were in their corner. Let's pull a kipper for this one. This person might know how to communicate to others in such a way too that, yeah, they are, we got the privileged lady. I feel like this individual is quite a destiny. I feel like they walk with the divine. They co-create with spirit. To be inside their love is a privilege, okay? They are rich with compassion and honesty and magic. There is something about them that, for them to care about you or consider you, that you would be caught inside their gaze, right? Their heart's gaze. It's nothing short of healing. This person's a healer, okay? Person number 2. And or where person number 1 is moving forward into the present, right? Give me some insights into person number 3. Please, Spirit, give me some insights into person number 3. Or the third energy, right? Or future energy. We've got the Star and the Devil. The Star and the Devil. This person has healed. Healed out of control of the manipulations or manifestations of others, right? They're not a bird you could put in a cage. It's almost like they've learned how to pick any lock, right? You can't put them in a cage. They've learned how to pick any lock. Keep me trapped where? Because they refuse to have their light taken. They've had it taken before. We got the Star, the Devil, and the Sun. And the Sun came out in the reverse. Give me some clarities, please. Give me some clarities, please. The Fool on the Star. White Wolf on the card. Huge white dire wolf. With the Two of Wands on the Devil. Clarify the Sun reverse. And the Knight of Wands. I think this person remembers what it was like to be disrespected and to be spiritually irresponsible, tolerating it. Four of Wands is on the bottom. The Six of Pentacles is on top. I think that person number 3 has reached some inner union, right? That state of inner union, and knows what it means to give without an agenda, to give of themselves or their energy in any of its forms without the expectation of it being returned. I feel like when this person is met and they face the devil in other people, right? They face the control, the wounded controls in people. They offer the choice, right? The Two of Wands, this path or that path. Are you staying or are you going? Because you're not going to dim my light. You're not going to dim my light. I will walk through the desert. I will walk through the desert before I am caged. The strength, right? The lion behind them. Strong Leo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries energy, Uranus energy. This person healed on their journey and will not have their peace taken. Will not. Out like a fucking light. Out. Someone tries to suppress them or cage them and they're out. Like, joke's on you. You thought you put me in the cage last night and you walked out the door and left me here in this cage. And when you wake up in the morning, I'm out. Like, I'm not there in the morning. Like, bye. I don't know who you thought you were caging. I don't know who you thought you were going to control with your manipulations, right? Whether it's emotional manipulation, financial manipulation, right? Mental manipulation, it doesn't matter. This person sees right through people. Sees right through people. And the minute someone tries to play some sort of games with them, they're like, joke's on you. Joke's on you. I'm out. Oh, and I don't care either. I don't fucking care. You tried to play me for a fool. I've already healed that. You've tried to control me. Yeah, that's not possible. This person put the crown on top of their head and straightened that shit out. Where's their crown? Nice and straight. Corrects their mistakes. Sorry, I thought you were somebody else. That potential in there, yeah, I saw that, but you showed me different. Bye. You don't want to tap into your potential? That's fine. Bye. It's there. I'm not going to sit around for it, though. I'm not going to sit in this cage for it, though. Like, your potential is great. You don't see it. And that's a you problem, not my problem. And they're out. They're not trying to draw the potential out of people. They see it. And people either show it or they don't. And when they don't, this person's out. Everybody makes their choices in life. You try and gaslight or manipulate or use or take advantage of person number 3's energy in some which way, shape, or form. They're like, joke's on you. There's one stupid person in this room and it's not me. There's a stupid person in this room and it's not me. That's person number 3. They're not going to be played for a fool. They've got 4 major arcana out of 6 cards. I think they could see and feel the disrespect. They could see the spiritual irresponsibility of people. And they're like, you are not my people. You are not my kind. We are not the same. Hey, Lala, how you doing? Yeah, they're like, we are not the same. We could be, but that's a whole choice away that you got to make. And I'm not going to sit around and wait for that choice to be made. Let's pull a kipper for person number 3. The energy, the third energy. Yeah. Courthouse. This person runs on divine law. They run on divine law. I'm being drawn to universal law. Universal law. Like that law of attraction, like the potential draws this person in. But if they don't stay there or get there quick, the alignment misaligns and this person's gone. This person is in divine alignment. They are divine law. So long as you are in alignment, this person will stick around. So long as you can travel at the speed that they are traveling at as a comet, you know, the getaway, like as long as you can travel at their speed, they're right there with you. If you're in the same vibration, the same energy on the same page, fly with me. If not, fuck off. Like respectfully, go fuck off. Like you've got some healing to do and it's not my fucking job. I am not your medicine. I'm what you look like healed. But I am not your medicine. And there's a difference, right? Person number 1 is the sickness. Person number 2 is the healing. And person number 3 is the healed. Is the healed. If this has been your metamorphosis, I hope they can keep up. Because your energy is gorgeous. At the end, your energy is gorgeous. Depending on where you've fallen, right, in the spectrum of the reading. And maybe it's an acknowledgement of how far you've come if you truly are vibing and resonating with being person number 3. It's a testament to how far you've come. You went from being cursed, wounded, sucked into this black hole, right? This familial black hole, to walking away from it, even if it meant losing everything and going on this journey to help heal other people, to ultimately end up being a fucking light shooting across the sky. And meeting you is an omen. It's a sign. Meeting you is a sign from the universe to shift into potential and actually become it, right? That it's not potential anymore. When person number 3 shows up, they're coming with a card. They're coming with a card, and it's this divine card of acknowledgement. Are you going to step into this path with me? Yes or no? Right? It's like when Morpheus offers Neo red pill or blue pill. That's the courtesan. That's person number 3. They offer you a choice. Red pill or blue pill. People make their choices. And person number 3 continues with them accordingly. Either they take the red pill or they don't. They either take it or they don't. And if they don't, all right, person number 3 moves on. You're not the one. You're not the one. Morpheus is looking for the one. And finds it. And Neo kept that pace. It's no different. Person number 3 is fucking Morpheus looking for Neo. Powerful person. They already understand the matrix, you know? Person number 3 helps people choose in or out of the matrix. Do you want to stay in the matrix, or do you want to wake up? Because the choice is right here, right now. I crossed your path and the choice is here. Are you in or are you out? And the decisions get made, right? People make their decisions. And person number 3 doesn't hesitate to keep moving in the direction that they are divinely guided to move in. They run in alignment with divine order. I'm guided to the Dragon Oracle cards. Let's get a guidance card. We're going to do the Whispers of Love deck too, because that's my action deck. We might even get into, let's get into Rainbow Warriors too. All right. First guidance card. Earth and Water Dragon. It's interesting because we were talking about that in the new moon in Aquarius reading that I did. Earth and Water Dragon creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest your abundance. And look at that moon, right? Overwhelmingly dark. Very fitting for the new moon. Fresh start is coming. Let's pull up this dragon. Let's read a bit. Page number 30. Earth and Water Dragon. A fourth dimensional brown and green earth and water dragon brings the blessing of a new opportunity. They synchronize the energy and timing to ensure that it blossoms. The element of earth enables us to ground our projects, while the element of water enables us to flow with them. When combined in the earth and water dragon, these are very auspicious qualities, and when mixed together in the physical world, earth and water create mud, which is excellent for the growth of seeds. Picking this card suggests it is a time to start a new phase of your life. Fresh opportunities may be presenting themselves to you, so be ready to nurture any ideas or visions that come to you. The earth and water dragons will enable you to know intuitively what is right for you and to harness your creativity. They will help you to generate the right conditions to succeed. They will motivate you to put in the necessary work, for this is an important step, and then you can harvest your abundance. Most importantly, they will help you to take things lightly. So listen to your inner wisdom. The time for action is now. Why is it not ironic then that I pulled my action guidance deck? I use it as an action deck. What is the best course of action, please, Spirit? Without sending me a 20 card chunk. What is the best course of action? What action is in our highest good to receive and take? I've got 2 cards. Ask for help. Oh, I've got 3 cards. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. Allow yourself to align with like energies that are in the business of healing, right? Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. So take some time to allow things to unfold. We got the 2 flames in the background. Remember, one candle lights another candle and loses nothing. Okay. And the third is romance. Lavish the one you love with your personal attention and affection, including yourself. Including yourself. When's the last time you lit a candle for yourself and just sat in your room and built a mood that you could enjoy, right? It's being romantic for yourself. Last time you even wrote a poem for yourself. I feel like with Ask for Help, Slow Down, and Romance, it's a reminder that you aren't alone. You are not alone. That if you needed to ask for help, it's there and the guidance will be there. Even if it's from a stranger. And take that moment, right? That much needed moment to process and digest things, to check in with yourself, to navigate your mind and thoughts, and kind of follow the trail back to where the thought came from. And lavish the one you love with attention, right? Giving yourself attention and affection and giving that to other people as well. You know, it's a reminder to be warm. It's a reminder to embrace touch. You know, like there's a difference between just talking to a person and giving them advice and talking to them and placing your hand on their shoulder, right? And creating that physical connection. There's more than just intimacy too. Like romance could be a home-cooked meal. That's more than just heating something up in the microwave, you know? Romance can be, for some people, right, depending on their love language, putting your clothes away or doing the laundry and making the bed real nice and maybe lighting a candle, you know? Romance is the beauty that we make, the beauty that we create within ourselves and share with others. You know, it could be as simple as, like today I did my hair and I put a little makeup on, showing myself attention and affection, right? And being able to walk out into the world and present that loving energy to other people, you know? So the actions: ask for help when you need it, slow down, take time to process things, and love yourself and others through it, right? Love yourself and others through it. What is our last and final guidance card? Card number 38. Release. Card number 38. It says completion, neutrality, shift, alter, boundary, void, and receive. If you are going to do something at all, you might as well do it right the first time. Definitely a philosophy we've all heard once or twice. There is nothing truer than when making efforts to let go of something you no longer need or want in your life. The idea of release is less about getting rid of something and more about changing your relationship to it. It's true. We release physical things, but unless we change our relationship to them, we'll draw them back in another form. Letting go, then, is akin to refocusing your energy in another direction. To be able to do that, you'll need the information and understanding required to complete the process of release. Comprehending why you had something in the first place, honoring its memory and grieving its loss, and finally adjusting your attention to something that better serves your current needs. We talked about this, and that's so fitting for this reading because person number 1 straight through to person number 3 was all about releasing, right? One version to the next version. And if you do find yourself guided to go back and listen to the new moon in Aquarius energy that I just read on, right? Doing the astrology. It talks about that. It talks about cutting emotional connections to certain things. It talks about reflecting on how we manifested it to begin with. Why did it show up? Why is it here? What was the benefit of it being in my reality? If I didn't make mistakes, but I was healing certain things and the choices I made got me to where I am, and the revelations that I'm having and the realizations that I'm having and the awareness of self that I'm having, if who I was brought me to where I am, can I forgive my ignorances? Of course I can. Can I find gratitude for my ignorances? Of course I can. Because I'm not ignorant anymore. I'm not unaware anymore. I'm not suffering anymore. Right? Can I let the emotional connection that I had to something change? Can I see the red flags and be out like a light? Ain't putting me in that cage. Been there, done that. I'm not going back in that cage with you. I'm not going back in the matrix with you. Oh, hell no. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake, right? Having that I am mantra. I am wide awake. I see clearly, right? Mantra. I see clearly. Write it on your wrist or something as a reminder. I see clearly. I am free. I am sovereign. People are either on my page or they're not. They either want to wake up and spend this life awake or they don't. The choice is theirs. No different than the choice is mine. I choose if I'm caged or not. No one's going to make me be there. If I want to be in the cage, it's because I flew in myself, and I'll leave when I please. Right? It's remembering that everything is a choice. Everything. Who you choose to be around, what energy they bring into your life. Do you like the way they make you feel, or do you fucking hate it? Do you love being around them and appreciate them and find gratitude for them on a regular basis? Or do you got to dig real deep to find that fucking gratitude because they make you miserable? They make you second guess yourself. They make you doubt yourself. They make you feel unworthy. They make you feel not good enough when you are good enough, when you're more than good enough, when you're more than worthy. They're just not compatible with you, and that's okay. Just because we have attraction to something or we're drawn to something doesn't mean it's compatible with us. We could be drawn to partners and recognize that it's a trauma bond that is magnetizing me to this person. I don't actually like the way they make me feel. I'm attracted to them, but I am not compatible with them. My peace gets disturbed. I am not compatible with them. I can love my mother from a distance. I don't have to be in her life. She is not compatible with my peace. My peace gets disturbed. I can't be with this partner. I can love this partner from a distance. I can wish them well, but they cannot be in my life because my peace gets disturbed. They are not in alignment with me. We are not compatible. Our energy is not compatible. They are on one vibe and I am on another. What serves you and your peace? Because if they're not bringing you peace, they are not compatible with you. Doesn't mean they won't be later in this life or the next, but as of the moment that you're feeling what you're feeling with them around, they are either compatible with you or they are not. We will always be drawn and magnetized towards projects of healing projects. The question is, did you learn the lesson or not? Can you see the red flags or not? Can you walk away and not think twice about it because you've been there, done that? Or do you want to try it one more time? You want to try it one more time? You've seen that red flag before. You've seen that red flag in a couple people before. It never works out well. Maybe instead of making excuses for it and just trying it, you just be like, nope. Learned that one. Learned it good. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. Nope, not interested in repeating it. Not interested. You can take the red pill or not. Right. So with that, I hope you all feel blessed in the life choices that you're making. I hope you all can find gratitude for yourselves and the versions that you've come from, because they really did transcend you into the version that you are. And if you're in energy number 3, you're a fucking powerhouse. You're a powerhouse. And the people that walk beside you in this life have chosen to be a powerhouse with you, serving divine order with you. And those who you align with, who walk beside you, will make you stronger, exponentially stronger. Because they're not going anywhere. They still have that beautiful, loyal, honest version in person number 2. They still have that executive capability of choosing the highest good for yourself despite everything from person version number 1. You've taken the beautiful bits of each of your versions and improved upon them and put your fucking crown on nice and straight. You're a powerhouse. What literally hasn't killed you has made you stronger, and tenfold. Not just a little bit, like tenfold. You went leaps and bounds from version 1 to version 3. Leaps and bounds. Unrecognizable. Person number 1 was a victim. Person number 3 will never be a victim again, ever. Never. From victim to hero. You rewrote the character in your story. You are not the victim. Not by the time you're done. Good for you. Good for you. Y'all, I love you. Keep slaying. Keep fucking slaying. For real. Y'all are the best. I appreciate you. And whenever this message finds you in beautiful divine time, right now, you've made it. You've made it. Good for you. Bye, everyone.